Hello friends, this is Growl. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly what is coming and what you need to do for the Shadowlands 9.0 pre-patch. Although the official patch date is unknown, the announcement is expected any day as it generally hits around 1 month before the expansion. Pre-patch is the state of the game in between expansions, before all the new zones, content, and quests become available. It's an opportunity for developers to roll out some of the changes a bit early in a lower stress environment, and also for players to test out some of those new changes coming to the game. During pre-patch, there will be a for fun Scourge Event with a new quest line, zombie invasions in towns, and a bunch of mini-bosses around Icecrown. None of this is required to do, and is all just something to tie us over until the new expansion. However, this content will reward epic items that equate to roughly the strength of items from the normal raid. Chances are, if you're playing BFA currently, you won't make too much use of this gear. However, if you're a returning player or just want to play a new character in Shadowlands, this is a great opportunity to get a slight gear boost. The gear is better than a level 50 character gets when they arrive at Oribos. I've done the Shadowlands campaign and leveling during the alpha, and between me and you, it isn't super important what gear you're using because it's pretty easy. I wouldn't worry about this too much unless you're just looking for stuff to do. The pre-patch will also bring the level squish, the first in WoW's history. All level 120 characters are going down to level 50 in preparation for Shadowlands being level 50 to 60. The leveling system is being reworked with the removal of heirloom experience bonuses and a new leveling zone for beginning players. This new leveling is not only faster but smoother than the old system, so if you're looking to level a new character before Shadowlands, I'd recommend waiting until pre-patch hits to do it. The only exceptions are Death Knights and Demon Hunters, since if you create them now, they start at a much higher level. A large portion of the class reworks and system changes are also coming in with pre-patch as well. There was a bit of an unpruning of classes getting old unique abilities back, along with some classes getting bigger changes or even complete reworks. Not all of these abilities or the highest ranks of these abilities will be in the game, however, as you still have some to unlock as you're leveling from 50 to 60 when Shadowlands drops. Along with these changes include target caps. Many abilities are being restricted on the amount of targets they can hit at once, so be sure to check the tooltips of big AoE abilities if you need to rethink your AoE rotation. Corruption is being removed, so any items you have with corruption will go back to their cleansed form. The tooltip still shows on the item, however it is inactive. Legion legendaries are also disabled, and maybe some other systems that have been used for leveling or time walking in the past. Essences, however, are still in and can be used, however only in certain zones, and are not useful for Shadowlands leveling when the expansion hits. There are quite a few small changes in the game which are going on as well, a mix of improvements, quality of life changes, or just slight reworks. Things you might have been hearing about, like the potion cooldown being moved to 5 minutes, or the removal of your PvP trinket trait and having to get an actual trinket from the vendor to get the bonus instead. Most of these won't affect your gameplay too much, however they are coming with pre-patch so you get a chance to become accustomed to them before Shadowlands goes live. That covers most of the gameplay and system changes. What should you do before pre-patch, and is there anything you should save until pre-patch hits? If you're interested in any of the meta achievements such as Cutting Edge or Battle for Azeroth Keystone Master, those will be unattainable as soon as pre-patch hits. That includes the Awakened Mindbender mount as well for all plus 15s in time. Although these are pretty big accomplishments to get done in a short amount of time, some of the other easier to attain achievements like Hertz Locker for Mechagon or Mad World for Horrific Visions are also going to be unattainable after the patch. It's also a great time to finish up your PvP Season 4 Elite Armor sets, since those are going away as well. The Longboy or Brutosaur Auction House mount is leaving the vendor when pre-patch hits and will only be attainable through the Black Market Auction House, likely for a much higher price. Make sure that if you didn't get one of those, just get 5 million gold real quick and buy one. There are some things that you should put off for pre-patch to hit though. Leveling is going to be much easier and faster, so if you're planning on leveling characters now, I'd wait until the pre-patch hits to save some time because of the rework to leveling. Also, allied races will be easier to unlock after the pre-patch starts, so if you want to play one but you haven't got a chance to unlock it yet, I wouldn't worry about it quite yet. One thing coming in pre-patch and Shadowlands that I didn't mention yet is increased character and transmog customization. If you're looking for stuff to do, unlocking druid forms and legion artifact appearances is a great option since you'll have more chances to use them. Even though they're not going away, it's a good idea to grab the transmogs or achievements from some of the other parts of BFA like the dungeons, war fronts, war campaign, or island expeditions. Once Shadowlands drops, everyone is going to be worried about the new content, and it'll be a lot harder to find groups or people interested in helping you with the old stuff, even if it is still available. This also includes the mythic mounts from Jaina and N'Zoth. It remains to be seen if it will be easier to get them before pre-patch or after the scaling. However, you want to grab them now, as once Shadowlands drops, they're going to go from 100% drop rate to 1% drop rate. I've been getting a lot of questions about Shadowlands Leveling, people excited to dive into the new content and not wanting to be left behind. To be honest, the leveling is really easy, and most of the quests just involve walking around or talking to people. Any quests where you have to kill mobs are pretty easy, and I'm sure there will be lots of people around to help. Don't worry about optimizing your performance. It takes around 10 hours to level, from 50 to 60, and that's not being super hardcore about it. You have to go through the campaign for each zone at least once, so you don't have to worry about going hardcore with power leveling or strategies or no-lifing it. Don't feel like you need to rush it, do a bunch of preparation, or play a spec that you don't want to play just because you think it'll be faster to level. If you still don't believe me, keep in mind all of the high-level content like Mythic Plus, Rated PvP, and the Raid will not be available right on release. There won't be any endgame content to do right away, so you'll have plenty of time to enjoy the story, level your main, and even several alts before you have to worry about grinding and getting gear. I'll leave some links in the description to the current schedule, as well as a great Wowhead guide with a bigger list of transmogs and achievements you can aim towards while you wait. That covers what I think the most important changes coming in pre-patch are. It's important to remember that none of this stuff is mandatory and should only be done if you want to unlock the stuff or just enjoy doing it. That being said, it's nice to clean some things up and say one last goodbye to BFA. Although there were some problems along the way, I definitely had a blast, and I'll certainly cherish the good times with my friends. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more World of Warcraft Shadowlands content. Happy keying!